Good morning, all. This is Kamera again. We're on day number 49 of reading God's Word. Straight through, we're covering Numbers chapter 16 through Numbers chapter 17. The previous chapter, that's when it got real with the Israelites. So you guys definitely want to read that. It's about, how the children of Israel were discouraged and how God told them then, no one over 20 years old will be entering into the promised land except for Joshua and Caleb. He even mentioned that Caleb is going to get everything that he was promised. So, yeah, you got to stand regardless of the people around you. Whether they stand or not, whether they're faithful or not, you have to stand. So that's where the last readings were. All right, the next thing, 16 and 17. Oh my God, it just got so real. It got real. Israel tripping. Israel is totally tripping. So, let's put this into context. We're just like them. We are. It's just a different time. Think about their mentality. Think about the reasons why they do things. Look at the bigger picture. But you have to keep God in this thing. You have to, because we have to keep God in this thing here today. We have to. And so, children of Israel, oh my gosh, Korah. Korah is one of the, he's a descendant of the Levites, okay? He goes and gets two other leaders of the children of Israel, from the tribe of Reuben, and they decide they want to take over. They want to go against Moses and Aaron. We're God's chosen people too. We're set aside too. What makes you better than us? God listens to us too. They go and get 250 other leaders of the children of Israel to revolt against Moses and Aaron. So, yeah, Moses is like, but Korah, you guys already have duties. You already have, you are God's chosen people to service him. You guys already have that. What do you want, the priesthood too? Now you guys already know that Aaron descendants are the ones who get the priesthood. So now Korah's like, you already got a position with God. What's the big deal? And so then you have Byron and Eliab, who are from the tribe of Reuben, and they're like, so Moses tried to talk to them. He tries to talk to them. You guys don't want to do this. But they're like, okay, listen. You brought us out here. We're not even getting the promised land. You come to what, kill us? So it's like 250 leaders, prominent leaders of the children of Israel, the community. They're all going against Moses and Aaron. And Moses and Aaron's like, wait, listen, y'all got to understand this. You're not fighting against Aaron. You're not. This is not Aaron's fight. You guys are really going against God. Woo! You gotta look at this picture though. Look at this thing. Let's be fair. They've been wandering in the wilderness for 2 years. And they don't have that direct, they're going about their lives doing what they're doing, taking instructions from Moses and Aaron. Yes, they see all the promises of God. But when people come together and they start to get distracted, things are not going the way they want, things are slow, all they do is take orders, Moses and Aaron, like they call the shots, and things are not happening. We're God's chosen people too. That church member? People who start having problems with the leaders, the pastors, or certain people who God has given certain positions to. And and then not only that, just different things, even in life where people feel like they could do a better job, and that, no, God didn't call you to do that. If God didn't call you to do that, don't you dare even try. And so, in this case, God is right there in their presence. They've seen all this stuff. They've seen how God can get. And so they see how serious God is, but they still take those chances. Guys, I don't care what's going on around you. Get in line. Okay, get in line. You don't like what your leader is doing? Talk to God about that situation. Don't go and talk to someone else, and your pastor's not listening to God and all this stuff, and your pastor's unfair. You talk to other people about this situation. No, you take that to God. You don't agree with what your pastor's doing. Talk to God and ask God for understanding and direction. Ask the Lord, if it's not your will for me to be here, send me away. If it's meant for me to be here, help me to fall in line. Give me peace. Give me direction. Give me wisdom. But they gather. Okay, so you have Korah who's a Levite, from the children of Levi. He go and get Abiram, Eliab from the tribe of Reuben, and then they go and get 250 of the leaders of the other tribes of the community. So Moses tried to talk to Korah. Moses then tried to talk to Eliab and Abiram. So this is what God says. You know what? Stand back, Moses. I'm just going to kill them all. So Moses is like, wait, hold up. You don't have to kill everybody because of those few. So he says, okay, you need to that other part. Why do you want to kill everybody else? Because Korah went around and they just riled up the rest of the community. So now God is upset. He's going to kill everybody. And so God said, okay, after Moses intercedes again, he intercedes for the people again. That boy got a hard job on him. Because he knows and he fully understands the power of God. And he knows the danger they're putting in. All right. So he goes and he tries to warn everybody, you guys stay away from Korah, Abiram, and Eliab's tent. Stay away from them. Something's about to happen. God's going to intervene. He's tired of this mess. And so this is the crazy part. He also tells the 250. He gave them, Aaron and Moses gave them these burners. All right. So get this. Okay. I just can't believe these people. I can't believe them. God opens up the earth and swallows Korah's children, his fam, everybody. He also does that to Abiram, Eliab, opens the earth, swallows them whole, then covers the ground back up. Then guess what else he does? He kills the 250 people too. Kill them all. And you know what? That's just ridiculous. It really. I got a feeling that God really don't like when we complain. I got a feeling that God don't like when we go against his leaders. And yeah, they think they're no more holier than I am. You better take it to God. Whew, okay. Yeah, God does love us all. He does. We are men and women of God if we're serving him. But I'm telling you, there's a fine line. If you do not like where you are in life, talk to God about it. Who God has a leader over you, talk to God about it. Don't get with a group and talk about your leaders. Just don't. Just don't. You have no idea how that's going to turn out. We thank God for Jesus Christ that God does not just pew, 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 kill people like that all the time. I'm sure he still does that sometime in some sort of fashion. But yeah, be careful of your tongue. The tongue is the hardest member to control. And let me tell you, it's hard for everybody. You're no special than the next person where I just can't hold my tongue. You better get it right. You better fast if you have to. There have been times I asked God to help me not gossip, like way back when. Help me not to complain. And guess what? I still did it after I prayed. So you know what I had to do? I had to fast. And so once I fast, I did. That's it. That's it. It was just that deep. It was just that serious. It's not worth it. Talking about anyone, and especially your leaders. And so, so now we're at, the children of Israel witnessed all of this, and they're not happy about it. And so you would think that the observers would get the hint. They started complaining against Moses and Aaron again. you know, you can only, I say pray until you can't stop praying for people. But in the end, God's going to do what he has to do. Moses is always interceding for these children of Israel. And right after you guys witnessed what God had just done, you still going to complain and murmur? Seriously? And grumble against the man of God? No, against God and what he has done. So what he does is he strikes the children of Israel with a plague. Moses and Aaron, they fall down in their face. They try to intercede. God's on fire. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. God started plaguing them big time. They just dropping and dying. Just dying and dying. So Moses says, Aaron, take this incense. Go through the camp. Just run through the camp. Just run through the camp. So, cleanse and purify the people. So you got Aaron running, trying to, intercede for them with this incense. By the time God finished, 14,700 people have fallen dead from that plague. So people, I know, you have people that say, God will forgive me, and they keep doing the same thing over and over. They talk about people like they can't bridle their tongue. No, it's hard by yourself. But if you want to please God, you don't want that stuff to come back on you. You better do what you have to do. It is not worth it. Just for a simple feel good, make yourself feel good like you're better than the next person. And next person, it's okay to talk about the next person. No, it's not okay. God loves every one of us equally. And he does not like when we talk about each other. Okay? So if you're a parent and you have more than one child, you do not like when the other child says something negative against the other. You just don't. It bothers you because your other child is growing. They have some flaws. And the one who's talking about is not even perfect. We're not even perfect, and we have the nerve to talk about people. Anyway, that affects God. And so that's why he tells us to pray for one another. Yeah, he doesn't like that. Judging people's choices and making it seem like you're better than the next person. We all have problems. And one thing I've observed, I might not be as old as some, and I might not know as much as some, but I've never seen the perfect person, ever. And I talk to a lot of people. A person's life might be perfect. In your life, you might feel like your life is better than the next person. But trust me, those people who think their life is so much better than another person, I bet your life is not perfect. It just isn't. God's not going to allow us all to have better than the next person in that way, where we don't have some things to keep us humble. He's just not going to. And so what happens? We get pride. And then we start judging others. That's why he doesn't let that happen. And so, but anyway, children of Israel, Moses tried to intercede for them again. Plague hit them, dropped 14,700. You think they get it? Nah. They still had a problem with Moses. They did. So God said, let me go ahead and settle this. And he tells Aaron to get his staff, and he tells each leader of each tribe to grab a staff. And he says, the one that I touch, I'm going to prove to you guys who my chosen person is. And so what he does is they place those staffs in the tabernacle. And so he wanted Moses to inscribe Aaron's name on his staff. And so he does that. And guess what happens? Not only does Aaron's staff blooms and buzz bloom and all that stuff, but guess what? He started growing almonds on that staff, just Aaron's staff. So God tried to settle that. This is who I placed in charge of serving me. And you guys have to understand, I am God. That's it. And I've chosen. So, yeah. Read their stories. Read them. Read Numbers. Read Numbers from 11 all the way to 17. Watch God work. And look at yourself. Try not to be those people who murmur, complain, disrespect each other, and disrespect the leaders God placed over people. Don't be that person. Bridle your tongue. And let me tell you, I was in my former church right up until my pastor retired. I didn't talk about my pastor. I didn't talk about the leaders of the church. I talked to God about any situation I had with them because I'm like, I trust my pastor. I don't understand. If there was a problem I didn't understand, I trusted my pastor, the person who God put over me. And so, but I didn't conspire. My husband never knew when I had a problem with any of the leaders. He didn't know if I had a problem with anybody in the church, not just the leaders, the church. I talked to God about it because that was my learning experience. I didn't know everything, and I still don't know everything. So I need to be quiet and ask God for direction and wisdom. Lord, teach me how to love them. Help me to understand, because that was between me and God. I had read the word. I know how serious it was. And so I ask you guys to do that. I mean, trust me. I've seen people who just murmur and complain about people in church, about leaders of the church, and they're so stagnant. You don't want to be that person. You want to grow, okay? You want to grow. You want to get better. You want a better relationship with God. You don't want to be that hater. You don't want to be that person who just have a problem with everybody and anybody. Let God create in you a good person, a better person, a person who observes, who listens, who trusts God for whatever situation, even with people, okay? All right, that was long. This is probably the longest video. Children of Israel, they kind of rile me up sometimes. But anyway, that was day number 49. Numbers, chapters 16 and 17. You guys have a great God-filled, holy, blessed day, okay? God bless.